Hi guys, welcome. Today's review is all about the Remington Balder Boss head shaver, which is a dedicated rotary style head shaver. The Balder Boss is an upgrade from the Remington Balder Pro. In the review we'll take a look at the features and the design. I'll do a quick head shave. I'll run through the pros and cons, run through anything that I like and I dislike about the head shaver. I'll also run through some small comparisons with the Remington Balder Pro, but I won't go into too much depth about that. Then we'll finish up, round it off with some suggestions of what to do next. My name's Jason. I run the website shavingadvisor.com. I review all sorts of products including these head shavers. I've reviewed a good few of these head shavers on the website plus on the YouTube channel. If you find anything useful in this video, please do hit the subscribe button. This will really help the channel and I'd appreciate it a lot. When this video was created, the Balder Boss has only been out for a couple of months or so, so it's pretty new on the USA market. However, I also have that Remington RX7, which is the same head shaver, but available in Europe or outside of the USA. And I've reviewed the RX7 for anybody outside of the USA, and I've used it for a good few months now. If I was to cut to the chase, as I did with the Remington Balder Pro, I mentioned that the Remingtons are one of my favourite head shavers out of all the head shavers I've tested, which has been a good few of them. It's one of the best, and there is improvements with the Remington Balder Pro. However, there's another aspect to that which you'll need to check out in a whole of the review. Okay, let's take a look at the features and design of the head shaver and what you get in the box. The funny thing with this shaver is when I got it delivered, it's called the Balder Pro. And it's not really a proper decent box compared to what I should get, which is that's the Balder Pro there, and this should be the Balder Boss. However, I think that's probably because it's just it just came out. It's not been long out on the market. Okay, so we get the shaver, and you get a blade cover that protects the blades, a small bottle of oil for keeping the blades oiled up and taking care of the blades. You get a USB cord with no plug adapter, and a small set of instructions. The shaver features 5 rotary blades that if you push here, that they will push in and out. That helps shave along the various contours of the head, flexi blades. The head here also flexes or moves, pivoting heads, so pivoting in various directions across the various contours of the head. If we pop this open, that opens blade section. Here is a hair collection chamber that collects all the debris when we're shaving. That's the power button, and you'll notice with this, the Balder Boss, it shows segments of what power is left. The segments there will go down to 1 once it becomes less charged. Now this extra button here is the turbo, so that's the normal speed of shaving, and the turbo, you can hear the speed go up there. You have a pop-out detail trimmer for cutting around the sideburns or any stray hairs that you wasn't able to pick up shaving. The outer head here is rubberized, which helps with grip when you're holding the shaver, and it fits firmly in the hand. I'll briefly tell you about the differences between the Balder Pro and the Balder Boss, although I'll actually do a comparison of these two shavers in an extra video. So the Balder Boss now has this turbo feature, which gives you the option of shaving quicker. The blade's supposed to flex 30% extra, which I don't know if you can see these, but the Balder Boss here, that area is wider than that, which should give it more flex. The grip is slightly different. This you'll see rubberized, the Balder Boss, that's the Balder Pro. They are a slightly different size as well. You'll see the Balder Boss is slimmer. That's the Balder Pro is more rounder. The Balder Pro also comes with this handy little bag that the Balder Boss does not come with. That's the main differences. If you need to, want to save a bit of money, you can fit the Remington Balder Pro blades onto the Remington Balder Boss, but you just won't have the extra depth of them that will make the blades sink in slightly more. But you'll save $10 on a replacement blades. Remington say that I emailed the Remington today, said they don't fit the Remington Balder Pro don't fit the Remington Balder Boss, but that's not true. They do fit, but it's just that they're a different width or different depth. So that's worth noting. Right, now for the part we've all been waiting for the head shave. Most important part. Right, I've got a bit of growth there. That's for this is about the third day of hair I've had grown. Now with these type of electric head shavers, you always want to shave every couple of days or 3 days. And if it's over 3 days, so give the hair a quick trim with your hair clippers or another trimmer. Otherwise these won't perform as well and take a lot longer to the head shave, plus the blades will wear a lot quicker. Right, let's crack on with it. Remember we've got 2 modes of this, so I'll put it on the standard mode first, you can hear it, and that's the turbo mode. But I won't bother shaving in the standard mode, because it makes sense to me. A lot of people find they get hair left over here, this hair is difficult to shave. Just pull the ears down for this section. Now, I don't know if I've said in the video so far, but it's not going to shave as close as a manual razor, a cartridge razor or a safety razor. Electric shavers just won't. So Remington said that it should take about 90 seconds for a head shave, so we'll kind of time it a little bit. I always get a section there, because my hair receives around here. I always end up with a line still there, but it's difficult for that to go away. Even if I use a manual razor, I shave all there, and by later on that day, the line comes back again there. Some people are just balding the same length all over, so they don't get that line that I get. Some guys are fortunate with that. Now, when you first get a head shaver like this, and these Remingtons, is the back of the neck area here. That's where you're likely to get an irritation or soreness, and how your skin will soon get used to the blades and the new shaver. But what you can do is shave wet using shaving cream or shaving gel for the first few times until your skin acclimatises to the shaver. So this area here, you may get some redness the first couple of times using it. Okay, that's done. I'm just going over it a little bit more. Okay, job done. That's smooth enough, as I've said before, not as close as a manual razor, but close enough, and for a convenient quick shave. Let's look at the pros and cons, the things I like and the things that I don't like quite as much. I like that it has the extra power. It does shave slightly quicker with the turbo feature. I like the indicator lights now that show where the charge has become low. I also like the flexi blades. The chamber, hair collecting chamber, is great for collecting debris, makes it easy to clean out. The rubberized grip is sufficient enough. I like how it holds, even in comparison to the Balder Pro. It fits nicely in the hand. And the pivoting head is very useful. That not all head shavers have that. Even the school shavers don't have the pivoting head. That's a very useful feature. While I like it has extra power, the turbo feature, I don't feel it needs a turbo feature. It just needs to be always at that speed. It's not necessary for me to just start shaving on the lower speed. It kind of doesn't make sense to me. Although one thing it might do is it could save the battery if you don't need to have it on the full power. I'm a bit of a fan of the Remingtons, the Balder Pro and the Balder Boss and the RX-7 and the RX-5. because of the longevity of the battery. A lot of these electric head shavers, the battery gives way in a month or a couple of months, and the Remingtons seem to hold out a lot longer based on other people's reviews. I mean, I've not had any fail as yet. Now, things that I don't like so much, I'm not so much of a fan of. I mean, although I really like these flexi blades, they're not quite the same as a skull shaver. Like, these are flexing like that. If you take a look at a skull shaver, this is a skull shaver Platinum, that flexes. You'll see they flex, but also, if I get a close up there, you'll also see that they also flex. But not many head shavers do have flex here as well, apart from the Microtouch Titanium, which I reviewed recently. The detail trimmer is slightly wider than what it is on the Balder Pro, if you can see that, slightly wider, so it should be better in a way, but I still find these attached trimmers close to useless. I don't find them very useful at all. If I was going to use anything, it would be use a manual blade to cut in their sideburns. The USB charging cord is a Pro and a Con. I mean, it's great. It can be used as a USB, any USB port. You know, you have your own adapters, plug it into your laptop. So that's really positive. But the other side of that is, you know, you don't get your adapter with it. So it's a kind of a Pro and a Con. But I guess in this day and age, with the use of USB ports, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? One thing I'm not happy with is that the cost of this compared to the Balder Pro costs $60 and the Balder Boss costs $100. That's a huge hike in the cost, like 40%, isn't it? But when you're buying it outside of the US, the RX-7 and RX-5, same shavers, the RX-5 is £60 in the UK, and then it's £75 for the RX-7, so the Balder Boss would be £75. So there's like about a 15% increase in price, but with the Balder Boss, there's it's like 40%, which is way over the odds. Plus you don't get the small travel pouch. The other thing Remington have done, they've got a model called the Remington Balder Boss Deluxe. I've only seen it sale on Amazon, and the blades are supposed to be titanium, which should give you a bit of extra comfort. But what you do get is the travel pouch. Now the travel pouch should come with the Balder Boss. So that makes it a deluxe model, and that is $120. That is, to me, that's way too high. This high pricing might be temporary, and then Remington might be seeing if they can get away with selling them at the higher cost price, which is similar price to, the same price as a Skull Shaver Gold Pro. And my thoughts and feelings on it is that they're going to reduce the cost at some point, and it might be worth waiting it out until then, or getting the Balder Pro. Okay, so let's wrap it up. So you can see that I'm a fan of this shave, and the main thing is it's well overpriced. I've got a feeling that the price will come down. What I would do is take a look at also the Balder Pro, if you don't know about the Balder Pro, which I've got a video on, and you can have a look in the description where you'll see a review on the website for the Balder Pro, the Balder Boss, plus I have a roundup of electric shavers that I've put onto a page of which ones that I rank and prefer. I'll also put in a link in the description where you can purchase the Balder Boss. Please do leave a comment in the description if you have any other questions about the shaver, or you've used the shaver yourself and you want to give me some sort of feedback. That would be great. Last but not least, to support this channel, if you've got anything at all like this video, please hit the subscribe button, and this will help move this channel forward, and we'll probably be able to get rid of them long advertisements that start at the beginning of the videos. So the next review, take care guys.